What's going on, guys? Playoffs for the NFL is going on right now. It's week 2 in the playoffs, so we have, I believe, 2 games on each side. 8 teams left remaining for the Super Bowl. So what do we got? We got Broncos against the Bills. Bills at Broncos. Then we got Texans at Patriots, and then we have on the other side we have Rams at Bears, and we have 49ers at Seahawks. So I just want to touch on what we can expect from these games, like what I believe is gonna happen. So last week I made predictions on the games. I got everything right other than the Bills against the Jaguars. I really thought the Bills would lose to the Jaguars. It was a close game. Jaguars had many chances to win, but they just couldn't get it done. Simple mistakes. Hopefully they could be better coming back, but they weren't able to be that day. So Bills at Buffalo today at 4:30, first game to start off the weekend. Nice little game, but Broncos have a great defense. Jaguars had a great defense last week, but Josh Allen's on the other side of the floor. This is Josh Allen's time, as I said before. I don't want to keep saying it again. It's time to make it. His team is not really the greatest though, but it's still his time to do it, So I feel like he's going to give it his all. Last week, Josh Allen, he put on a pretty decent performance. I think he ran for 2 touchdowns. So he's just doing everything he needs to do. Like, I feel like when it's time to walk down the field, Josh Allen's going to be ready to walk down the field. And I'm not too sure if Bo Nix is going to be able to match that energy. But we shall see. Broncos have one of the better defenses in the league. They had a bye, so do we believe that having a bye in comparison to playing the first week, which one do we think is an advantage? Obviously, with the 1 week bye, you get a chance to sit back and watch your opponents play, so you get a little chance to scheme on what they may be doing. You also get a chance to rest. But playing that week without a bye, you get a chance to get warm and really feel that playoff intensity, so the jitters aren't there right when you start the game. Broncos might have a little bit of jitters just because they had that week off, whereas the Bills they might not feel anything because they just won the playoff game, So we'll see which one prevails. But me personally, I picked against Josh Allen last week. I don't think I want to make that mistake again. I'm going to go with the Bills today to win. Not too sure by how much, but we shall see. All these playoff games have been pretty good, though. They've been pretty good. I don't really like the Patriots Chargers, but that was about it. Everything else been good. 49ers Seahawks today. 49ers have been depleted all season. They're still depleted again. They just lost George Kittle to an Achilles injury. Seahawks coming off of a 1 week bye, and Sam Darnold appears to be questionable after a 1 week bye, which is pretty interesting to me, but he says he should be going. So we shall see if whatever he's hurt with hinders his play, or if it's just mental. But Seahawks have been doing it all season long with injuries, but I feel like it gets to a point where it just comes to an end. But we shall see, bro. I'm a big Christian McCaffrey fan, man. Christian McCaffrey's been doing everything this year. Almost for the second time in the season, had 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards. Last game he had 2 receiving touchdowns. One of them he caught from a wide receiver. And he's just playing phenomenal. So the Seahawks have an amazing defense. Well, if the Seahawks are able to slow down Christian McCaffrey, then that's their recipe for a win today. Slowing down Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I know he's not really getting much in the run game just because it's so hard. But his passing game attack is amazing. He's catching stuff that some wide receivers wouldn't even catch. So we'll see what Christian McCaffrey's able to go out there and do if the Seahawks is able to use that defense and just the lack of weapons that 49ers have to pull off a win. But that's going to be an interesting one to see as well. Me personally, I hope the 49ers win, but I just feel like it's time for it to come to an end. So ultimately, I think the Seahawks take it. We shall see, though. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. we have Texans going to New England. Texans defense, I said before that they would beat up on Aaron Rodgers, and that's exactly what they did. They had 6 sacks, I believe. a few forced fumbles and interception. That defense is just amazing, as I've been trying to say all season. Drake May being a rookie quarterback, I like Drake May's play this year. He's been putting up a lot of yards. He's probably gonna finish second in MVP. If not second, he'll win. He'll win the MVP. But I feel like that defense is just a lot for a rookie quarterback in the playoffs, man. Like, Patriots also have a pretty decent defense, but if CJ Stroud, as I've been saying recently, if CJ Stroud could just stay even keel, don't turn over the ball. He had 5 fumbles last game, 2 lost fumbles. If he could just correct that, because if you lose those fumbles against a team like Patriots and give them short field, it's going to be hard for any defense to stop an offense with short field. But if CJ Stroud is able to hold the ball down, then I feel like the Texans will pull this game off just because off of the strength of their defense. The defense is amazing. So I'm going to have to go with the Texans in this one. But Patriots they're on the right trajectory. They'll be back. And then finally we have Rams at Bears. So Rams at Bears, I feel like the Bears, Jordan Love was doing anything he wanted to them in the first half. The last game, they were able to make some adjustments at halftime, come back out there and slow them down a bit. But I just feel like this offense that the Rams have with Matthew Stafford, Puka, Devontae Adams, and all those guys, the tight ends they have, the 4 tight end sets that they run, I just feel like it's going to be too much for the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears should be go out there and put up a little bit of points just because of Ben Johnson's creativity and the emergence of Caleb Williams in these last few weeks, but I just don't think it's their time yet. They will be back. This is a great year that they had so far, and they're going to be able to build off this year going forward, but I just feel like now Matthew Stafford is really he's dealing. I find sometimes, though, the Rams do have these little dry spells where they just, in the middle of the game, they just start letting teams get back into it. They start getting off the field, but I feel like with the experience that Stafford has, already being a championship quarterback, I think that's going to pay dividends going into this game, and I think that ultimately the Rams will pull off this win, and the Rams are going to pretty much score a lot of points tomorrow. So it's probably going to be a very great showing. And if the Chicago Bears could go out there and try to make it a comeback in the second half like they always do, then it's going to be a great game to watch. But I have the Rams winning that, and I really appreciate you guys for tapping in and watching this, and I see how good my predictions are this week, because last week I really had it to nail, but just not the Bills. But we'll see. Drop a like, drop a subscribe. We're doing this stuff. New PC coming in still. Birthday's coming up in 9 days, I believe. So new PC will be here. Well, parts are already here, but sourcing more parts. So by the end of this month, I should have the new PC. Maybe around by my birthday, I should have the new PC and just have it built up. But and then the quality of videos will go up. I'll make sure to make proper edits and maybe have some introductions and stuff like that, all that extra stuff. But it's just regular stuff, you know. I just do this shit because I actually enjoy talking about sports and stuff. So it's fun. Just drop a like, drop a subscribe. Not that deep, but appreciate you guys for watching if you watch anyways.